Week 11 college football. Here we go. Kansas State versus Toledo. I'm going with Toledo. Ball State versus Western Michigan. I'm going to go with Western Michigan. Miami, Ohio versus Ohio. I'm going with Ohio. Louisiana versus Coastal Carolina. Louisiana. Temple versus South Florida. I'll go with South Florida. UCF versus Tulsa. I'm going with UCF. Washington versus Oregon State. I'm going with Washington. Baylor versus TCU. Baylor should win. But I will go with TCU with the upset. East Carolina versus SMU. I'm going with SMU. Florida State. Well, no Willie Taggart, so yeah. Ducks fans are happy. Versus Boston College. You know what? Florida State. They win. Maryland versus Ohio State. Now, this game is going to be close. No one ever. So, Ohio State. Minnesota versus Penn State. Or Penn State versus Minnesota. I don't really care how you pronounce it right. I don't care where. Okay. This game is a tough one. Both teams are undefeated. Penn State's ranked in the top 5, and Minnesota, clearly, if they win this, they're basically going to the Big Ten Championship, either to play Penn State again or play Ohio State. And I don't think, personally, either team they can handle. I don't think they've played a level of competition, so I'm going to go with Penn State to beat Minnesota. Purdue versus Northwestern, Purdue. Texas Tech versus West Virginia. I'm going to go with Texas Tech. UMass versus Army. Army. Vanderbilt versus Florida. Florida. Western Kentucky versus Arkansas. Western Kentucky. Georgia Tech versus Virginia. Virginia. Air Force versus New Mexico. Air Force. UTSA versus Old Dominion. UTSA. Charlotte versus UTP. Charlotte. South Alabama versus Texas State. Texas State. Actually, no. South Alabama. Stanford versus Colorado. I'm going to go with Colorado on this one. I feel like they're just, I don't know, I just feel like they would win this game. Connecticut versus Cincinnati. Georgia Southern versus Troy. Illinois versus Michigan State. Kansas State versus Texas. I'm going to go with Texas on this one. I feel like Texas will pull an upset. Georgia Southern versus Troy. Oh, wait. Sorry, my bad. Louisville versus Miami. UAB versus Southern Miss. UAB. USC versus Arizona State. I'm going with USC. I'll go with USC. Wake Forest versus Virginia Tech. Iowa versus Wisconsin. Ooh, good one. This should be a good one. But I'm going to go with Wisconsin. New Mexico State versus Mississippi. North Texas versus Louisiana Tech. I'm going with North Texas. GA State versus Louisiana Monroe. I'm going to go with GA State. Florida LNTI versus Florida Atlantic. Appalachian State versus South Carolina. Missouri versus Georgia. Utah State versus Fresno State. Oh man, this is a tough one. I'm going to go with Fresno State. Washington State versus Cal. Washington State. Clemson versus NC State. Clemson. Even though I feel like this is a game they could lose, but no. Liberty versus BYU. Notre Dame versus Duke. Notre Dame. Tennessee versus Kentucky. Iowa State versus Oklahoma. Oklahoma right now is in a bad spot, but I'll go with Oklahoma. Wyoming versus Boise State. Nevada versus San Diego State. San Jose State versus Hawaii. Well, let me guys know who you think is going to win this college football week. Leave a comment down below. Hit the like button, share with your friends. Subscribe to more videos like this one. This is TGTV Tank Mode signing. LSU contender. LSU always chokes games. You think I forget? Do you personally think I would have forgotten this? No. No, no, no. I've been waiting all season for this. For this moment. For the moment you now, LSU fans, will realize something. This is Alabama. The team of the SEC. Now, I will be honest with you. If you beat Bama, I will apologize. And I will thank you. Because to me, if Bama loses to LSU, they're going to have a harder time to play at Auburn. I think they could lose at Auburn. And then the Bama team, the dominant Alabama team that we once knew, is not in the college football playoffs. That would be amazing. And we look at these stats real quick. Points allowed. LSU is ranked 21st. They're playing a team that's second in points per game. Total yards in 9th. Points allowed. This is probably the best test LSU has played yet. Now, this to me will be an all-out juggernaut defensive game. And Tua, turns out, is coming back. Bama is 6.5 points favorites. 6.5 favorites. Meaning they have a shot to win. But the betting percentage is right now on LSU for an upset. I look in this game. I think about what can happen. Now that Tua, turns out, will be back, I think for LSU to go into Alabama to pull up probably the greatest upset of this season. Because as much as many people will say LSU's ranked number 1, though, when was the last time they beat Bama? It was the last time they went to the national championship. If they beat Alabama, LSU to me would go to the national championship. And they would, to me, would have to play either Ohio. Actually, I'm starting to almost believe Ohio State's going to make it. But they have to beat Bama. Now, if they somehow make a playoffs without winning the division or win their conference, I don't know how would that even be possible. It won't be easy. By far, they might only end up with one loss of this season and would have to hope for some miracles. But they cannot be destroyed like they did last year. This game, I've been waiting for. You people have been waiting for me to talk about this. Who I think's going to win. And many people will pick LSU. Not just because of the fan base, but because of the fact that we want Bama out of there. But to be honest with you, there is no faith in LSU. I have. I'm going with the Alabama Crimson Tide. Roll Tide. Over LSU. Well, now, if you want to give me your scores on these other games, you can. But this one in particular, you must definitely be excited for. I got Alabama winning this one, 38-20. Who do you guys have this week? Leave a comment down below. Hit the like button. Share us with your friends. Subscribe to more videos like this one. This is TGV Tank Mode, signing off. And if LSU loses, prepare for the laugh